Hello everyone, my name is Russian Adam. Welcome back, and here we are today discussing long-awaited event that I'm extremely happy about, extremely excited about, and this is 7 collection Areej Doré, the history of Attar collection in a spray form. It's coming very soon. It is ready soon. The sample sets will travel all around the world, reaching different fulfillment centers here and there, and we are extremely looking forward to it, very happy. And let me start to reveal some of the compositions. This particular collection will have 7 fragrances. It took me a very long time to pull this one off. It is very special. It is extremely diverse in terms of pricing as well as different styles. However, each single composition is focused on traditional Indian attars. So we have 7 different compositions, 7 different perfumes in a sprayable format. The first, the most affordable composition in the history of Attar collection is called Le Miti or Miti, inspired by traditional Miti Attar created in India. Talking about Miti Attar, I really do not know where to start. To me personally, Miti is the most important attar in the history of Indian attars, and I will try to elaborate and explain the reason why. Being a distiller, starting my journey as a distiller and then learning the craft of perfumery, I truly believe that distillation is the foundation of perfumery. Distillation, with its countless variables, with its countless chances to express yourself as an artist, to me personally is the most important part of perfumery and the step number 1, the foundation. For this very reason, I think Miti Attar is at the top of everything in terms of Indian traditional attars. Miti Attar is distilled clay. And the idea behind this attar is to represent the scent of rain. One might think, like, how on earth one can create the scent of rain? I mean, it seems completely impossible. It seems like just a fairy tale that someone trying to come up with in order to sell you something, right? But in fact, it is an amazing achievement by this very old tradition of attar making. So what the master distillers in India done is that they come up with this idea, and I have really no clue whether they created the story after they made this attar or they really had the vision of this smell and this idea before they went for it. But it's not that important because it worked. And it is truly amazing. So they took clay, they dried it on fire. They then took this dry clay and distilled it just the same way they distill rose or jasmine in a clay pot. And then they infused the sandalwood oil with the scent of clay. Can you just imagine this? I mean, many people laughing when we are discussing things like, distilling pineapple, distilling, different things that not have essential oil, not have smell to it, like noticeable smell, like distilling mango or pineapple. I done it in the past, and I infused sandalwood oil with the scent of pineapple, with the scent of mango and some other fruits, and it was truly amazing because even though pineapple will not yield any essential oil, it still yield a fragrant hydrosol, a fragrant water. And if you let this water run through sandalwood oil, it can infuse sandalwood oil with its amazing aroma, creating something that is really against logic, because pineapple don't have essential oil. Same thing here, you know, clay, dry clay, no have any oil in it. I mean, it's completely dried clay. How it can even have a scent, right? But they distilled it and they infused this scent of it into sandalwood oil. And believe it or not, sandalwood oil start to smell of dry clay. And the impression it gives to many people is that it replicates this very moment, one of the most amazing moments in our lives, when we are thirsty, when we're seeking for the rain, you know, we are in the desert, or we are in the area that has been, you know, dried and very, very hot for several days or weeks, and then this blessing from the sky, from the God Almighty, coming to us in the form of a rain, and then first drops of rain hitting the ground, hitting this dry clay. And this amazing moment, we get this wonderful scent of dry clay within ourselves, surrounding us. This is truly something to be experienced, and probably most of you familiar with this feeling, with this type of smell. So what these distillers, God knows how many hundreds or thousands years ago, been able to achieve is this very scent. They took dry clay, they distilled it into the base of sandalwood, creating this amazing emotion, bottling this emotion and presenting it to us. So originally, meaty attar was based on sandalwood oil. To me, however, this particular attar is more about sandalwood than about clay and rain, because the scent of rain, the scent of dry clay is extremely delicate. And even something like sandalwood, which is the best carrier of all time, I personally believe interrupt this scent. And to me, meaty attar based on sandalwood is more of a sandalwood experience rather than the scent of rain and the scent of meaty itself. So I took the purest scent of meaty and presented to you guys in a sprayable format. So this is essential in my personal opinion, because as I said, to me the meaty attar truly represents creativity and unmatchable diversity of distillation as an art and as a form of perfumery, the foundation, in fact the foundation of perfumery. So you can do whatever you want, you can almost achieve any dream you want through the distillation. So that's why meaty to me is so important. It's just like, try to imagine somebody took the clay and created the scent of rain. It is just mind-blowing, something unexpected, something ridiculous at first when you hear it, but then once you smell it, you're like, wow, yes, it does make sense. So I wanted to present to you guys this scent of meaty in its purest form. So the first composition in the history of Attar collection, called Le Métis, or the meaty, and it is the purest scent of meaty you can imagine. It does not have sandalwood, it does not have any additional notes. As I mentioned to you many weeks or months ago, there will be a perfume consist of one single note. So this is the fragrance, this is the perfume. Le Métis consists of the scent of dry clay. Here it's very important to note that this composition is not a regular perfume. It's not a composition, there are no ingredients, there is no like complexities, transitions, or what most people looking forward to while wearing a true fragrance. So I want you to realize and understand this. Therefore, this perfume is also priced the lowest. It is the most affordable from the line, and it will be sold below $100. This very scent lasts maybe 30 to 50 minutes on skin. However, experience that it delivers is truly unmatchable. As in nature, when we face this particular condition, when we face this important moment, it lasts only a few seconds. I mean, just try to imagine. You're standing in the desert, you've been very thirsty for many hours or days, and then suddenly out of nowhere clouds start to come and it starts to rain, bringing this amazing feeling of joy and relief. And then you're looking at the ground and seeing the drops hitting the clay, and these tiny particles of dust raise to the top. And this very moment is indeed very emotional moment, a very special moment. And this moment lasts, I don't know, like 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds, and that's it. It's already all wet and the smell around you completely changed. But this very moment, when the first drops of the rain hit the dry soil, you get this amazing type of smell, this very particular smell, very special smell, the smell that makes you excited. It's almost like a smell of life. Having said that, God Almighty created human being from clay at the end of the day, and the smell of clay is something quite special. So this perfume contains only distilled clay note, and it lasts around 30 minutes on skin. However, there is a certain progression. The scent will definitely depend on your body chemistry. So once you spray it on skin, you get this scent of dry clay that again can remind you of the first drops of rain hitting the ground. Once it starts to go further into its hard notes, you will get an amazing type of sweet muskiness. And I would call this scent the best musk alternative, definitely, because it smells very sweet, very musky. It almost blends with the scent of your skin and delivers this wonderful aroma. So this is the first composition in this new collection, the scent of rain in its purest form, without anything added to it. And I would love to repeat that this is not a perfume in your general sense, in your normal sense. You should not expect it to last very long, to get you, I don't know, compliments, to make you excited about different transitions and different notes and different, you know, contrasts. It's a bottled emotion, a bottled event that rarely happened to us, but once we experience it, we can never forget it, really. And this particular event taking place in nature quite often, but I mean, we can witness it rarely, and it lasts only 3 to 5 seconds. This perfume will last around 30 minutes, giving you one of the most unusual and one of the most beautiful experiences. And I personally love to, you know, dig into it and really enjoy the scent of rain once I'm alone, once I want to relax, once I want to think about something spiritual, think about something very deep, think about the reason we've been created on this earth and how we've been created. And it's truly a scent to be experienced, and I'm extremely happy to share it with you. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. See you next time.